Shy Hills, Ningo Pram, Chopoli, Naya found Conneco share, and Sassino, Ebiwo. Ye come from our say, walk a free transportation, who pay up a day. We baby, I just say hats builders, real estate, brand. Naya found net Coco share and Sassin. Uko share Sassini, we and Sassini, trying 70 by 100. A year full plot of 1 7 year king. Ne born what's a bay on 1 way and say F, a bit more day half quarter 35,000. Yeah, dear, 30,000 Ghana cedis.
Mammy, some 30 seconds. We mentioned and Timothy pick a crowd microphone, normal Ukrainian, my young queen. Yes, course of
yes, I send a marry any kind. I'm a Martino, 30,000 Ghana cedis. And 25,000 Ghana cedis, and Kanesika that 300 million, Sanso and 250 million. Says Sikaya Abubo Sinina Ekrawa, Yama Aquanian is a full plot. Our hut builders real estate for Yanasia 70 by 100 dimension. Unyan Mobebia, I just say hut builders real estate. Sikaya Abubo Sinina Krawa, Fabra, Beje, Niama Asasipa. Na so ni nyina enkra won so ye ma wakwanya sefa emufa fa beto asie na ma busumi nsia anase afentem na fetua ne kakaka
Yegusua ye kasa na wotie ye no ne ye ebo no a kire se yambo a deda ye nsa asene so no 30,000 Ghana cedis ana 25,000 Ghana cedis kaniskane mu 250 million 300 million asase full plot emu a de na me kire wi ope half a nsatia ne nyina anyepe enti ope half plot a me pacho ye betwa e de amount quarter plot de e bi ni hard builders a ye twa yegusua wo bi se de ye di nkaka kire was Shy Hills, Ningo Pram, Chopoli. Na so pesa oba a shy mana. Me pacho fire number C. Na ubedua shy mana. Baby e fre ho kaketo divisional police station. One year ni di ani mushe ye building no. A story building. Ye nika keto police station no kwan na ho. E di ani mushe. Nti ubedua shy man kroni mu a fre ye number C. Ye was 0241 665 200. And 0540 226 276 0540 226 276 or 0241 665 200. Number sinyina ofreyen wo bebia all the social media platforms on your best you and I know bedins I was so ewo ho na de ope se o ka kire yen de wanti a opese obi samu ye de opese wonyanti ase ekwa akire no ni nyina ebenya adaje ama wo sa kwan ne so ne ne wo edi nkomo nyame ya aduma se de medi nka akire wo no yen ye cyber city na ye free ye kwon na watwe bia ensi brabe join ne wata asase awie no ne tuya mo president akire wo mu na so wanti ne ye tuya mo ne ya ma wakwanya afe pole afe ye de ama ya ma busumi nsia fa ba bia wo hwe ebeboa efa tioti ne kakra obedi nkan ato ase efa nefa aka no waye ne kakra wo busumi nsia ntem anase afentem wawie half deposit no ekotwa wasa ase ma ye twama wa wutimi esi wudan wutimi ye fence wall wutimi ye wo stores wutimi ye rentals building rentals bibi apese ode wasa ase ne ye no wutimi fi ase ese wode ye bra wuguso etuatua no na wubetimi aye because langas fo nkopam omuni ho ye ni langas fo we asa ase ne so every week bia ye ko ye nkoto bi ebi mo so ye adwuma wo ho a o ma ye report nso se langas fo ho enti ye kan fo ma o se wo pebi nko ade a huyen na yase ya ewa shaiman na yemfa wonko ye wo cement wo ye wo blocks ye wo bricks ye wo biodigester ye na fe ye wo moba ye wo anwea nti de wo pe bia fa ensase papa ho de ma so semuni ho de asomodwe wo ho woni sikatua mu de mpo so toblei opese wo koye trial bra na ye fa wonko okwa na wanka se ojina asase ne so ensu ato na wogina so ne ensu oto awi aboye konti wogina so na wa hu se ampa de ye kan sa na te pepepe the numbers no 0241 665 200 ana so be free was 0540 226 276
I am going 3 minutes
Me ato everything into Kemini Banami. Them let me uncle like if I had to build this real estate, I will me here who are. Egg check and Kikabu, can hear me academy and the one I came one and let me up a door. Maton alcohol emekuku economy. Now let Hats build this real estate to me a favor modia mile Ashama Kaketo Junction. Location I near Ashama Kaketo Junction, directly opposite Ashama Police Command, Pedal Pay. If me a Hats builders real estate, to me like a mile door, open a Ghana to Kobli Bon. I may come like Ghana Hala, ne enya medele Ghana cola, Toji a na town Avaco and you bank a million photo mile in Zia. Hats builders real estate, my family bank a million photo mile in Zia. And that galemia select park boss or some shy house, Ningo Pram Pletopoli. Nemenya shy house or Ele Akosomo Moji, Nenya Jela Monkey Sanctuary on Vida Cola, Edo Hats builders real estate, or Miape and you graduate. Ayene Evan Ningo Pram, directly opposite. Ningo Secondary Technical School, neto de Anigbanji Kola, School Meche Kododa, Vachopoli, Airport City, Vafimi Airport Residential Area. Call 30,000, allow 25,000 Ghana cedis, Kenya Egahowa 300 million, allow 250 million, Navajo full plot 70 by 100, le Hats Builders Real Estate, Tommy Apedope, Makwale Tepeda call, Chow Hats Builders Real Estate. Na Egaya Opete Kamayola Sua, Kwekove Miahoi. Vono pete hamela so wa mina omonu kwakwabe na ko mama na cover mi anoleti aden alo epedeka na ko mamle na vako wunu ano heavy kaka ko na pokola hevo tagada Hats Builders Real Estate to mi aji egbe eye pepe don de sade sikediela mi aton akona dem maudi efida gbe kle mi nda ekele mi afenkume gbote pe de sade sikele kele mi ankosa holiday me wona dole Hats Builders Real Estate to mi apedopo Tata pele si adesike ela nema udi efida gwenzime kula mi nda gwenzime 7 o'clock ndi kanya kola egede Hats Builders Real Estate to mi aji mi ape side visit kemi na consider the siada oche aten akpo gomeleme mi ape number so all screen eji vonele mi ankosa ko ne na yomi pepe don the side sike diela mi aten akona mi ape number so wenya 0241 665 200 0241 665-200. Allo 0540 226 276. 0540 226 276. Allo 0256 064 492. 0256 064 492. Numbers you tell active le social media platform the CADG Tayo Hats Builders Real Estate e pepe don the CADG sekediela mi aton akona na ele ekpedi ele blocks D ele polytanks D plumbing materials electrical appliances the CADG hale Hats Builders Real Estate to mi asi ebe mi ana polytanks ebe mi obayo food digester now to kwenye be na yo Hats Builders Real Estate come your number se ma mleto ne na yomi ne maudi fida gbekle mi nda gbenzikegbo na dogo mile ashama Kaketo Junction ne mi akoko na the free air condition nyanyame ne mi akoko yi agakoko gbo mi afa number sa wenye 0241 665 200 0241 665 200. Allo 0540
now 0540
226 276 and 0256 064 492. Call Hats Builders Real Estate. Tommy up number si up.
Madam was some of my Hats Builders small brand so sabre me guest one of my crado me gidi say na what you say na e besa na hia yankopon kam ho no ma ade papa amoton no on my ban so emfa kuma pa emra meto weekend bia omoko site visitation ya no akọ me de bia me kam say asase oto ne nepe o chinana ne value akoso and this dollar akoto ato dem ade chinana e confirm ti ya no aka ya hye so ya dan ho for just a commercial break 1 minute commercial break na me guest wo mo aye crado na fi o matras ne de nkomo no ahye ase e na ye homra constituency. Shall see. Abusia, yana wase yemfa today's agenda and twice so said me can me guest onom aye krado. Ben akwaba. Shall also do kuboko. Ade
Bossman.
Oti. Charlie Shaya.
Amazing.
Shaya me dey am tan na shia, wona am tan no shia, but na say wasoro me hu.
Oh, I say mo. Makoje crash kakra.
Anyway, and some you know the special prosecutor and I feel any own to me and Yankopon Adaro, my lawyer said to me a far one for more. The sun say me you be home come. But then pay the Breniana Sabi Adrini any back for sure. And one more a ban one semo or mati. Person man for TRC and Obasia open floor. Nani also become cordial Becano. Yatumiaki can be anti Ben Mammy found chassis, or Brow chassis, a chair shall suit for an affair, green the entire Greater Cry MPP. Sure.
Yo, me I mean your Bema, a Jamofa, but that's it. Before Queen as when I'm the chair, a shall Suduku. I am a constituency. I am your dome or share the food basket of the regional Greater Cry regional. Where shall Suduku? Miss Chiawanya Ubia or I am for. Our shall Sudoku and young party NPP I mean you go our shall Sudoku Michawa. And I'm saying chair Greater Accra and regional executives are Okita Greater Accra. Michio Bibiara and you must from Kwana. You might think a warbo say party in Besanya and base. Now 2028 shall I me as a winning power. No credit a jam of Okayana would the because Oshadia El Koso Ghana Sisia. Na many Agyapong say at long last. Ya enu abema won't to me. Enra with me akodu. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Utie dia ya lawyer kan ya. Na ya de bia adding ye. Na a test of me can say democratic dispensation no. Maybe I do no. Now we say ampa NPP amenyokono etime gina amayenu abeme etime gina from mera ya fele say constitutional no na 48 hours na lapse here
here was it the demonstration now we no munam hu say na wani abre na okoba you are more than the commander himself
ai gina press yenu abema betimi akofie owo busua o yere ne mba the Brenano will leave it up to young chairman want to me. And here pray be my lawyer no opinion for national executives or prayer my enra for you and try to wait me and you abema want to me. Damiase.
I did was it enra for you and twata. Oh, boo baby I more enfa.
I say be a language barrier. So it's a language barrier so correct it back. You can express it in English.
Sure. Negative.
I can cast
at times,
that's right.
Yes.
You are right.
You are better go to fee. Damiase. The Ame praying in an aside, the Ame saying in an say, party nearby resolute. Now, intimidation and twasso. Because the Ame me young when say, ABB our per se were intimidating young. And I am constitution so my as I say, or freedom of speech.
Of once I be member of parliament, cried or cancer, NDC absolute power.
Yes.
Because we're for parliament, or executive, and Osha bebia was all pay for faunina na at least I be an automation people no so Sabea Ubient Mimbina.
Ubient Mimbina, Sane Adeoye. If you're not on Casa for the government, you become their enemy. And there's a way be whatever Keteli and people from communicating. Sure. That's what they are doing. But you see, we are going to stand firm. You best stand resolute to make sure, say, you're spectators. Yeah. But we will also be part of the government. In a sense, we will criticize them where we need to criticize them. And then we will applaud them. Why not? We are going to applaud them. But at the hour, we are going to stand firm and then criticize them. So, we are ready to fight for the cause of a better Ghana. no podi me susu say a political tangent because look at your meaning o hwe yan chairman wontumi a police will invite no okoy
yeah
it adentina iyoko fo so invite no we invite na me sure say obeka sonko obeko na
interesting lo nim say Drew the idea and now OT lawyers na his lawyer was saying say kwan iyoko fo fa so che no omonya mfum so bia because the client no inside then crofo be brain tell the all can say whereas I want capture client no inside no ya fe na bonten na call fight off air musa no say ya na nipa na me pe na yiri no inside da fe na me iyoko fo ko can so my mfum so na say what did the all na
yeah they did the all na say
and them remus me who so my mfum so bia
yes, but the Rambo style of arrest this time around. And everyone kakra.
So no yes the wababontinti no.
But at the back we say oh share dia iyoko kenyina no. Now maybe susu say yes here be call on the tangent of their wood to me the phrases the choice of words in yama all kind during campaign.
Yeah.
Now ga no the anger and easy for the then no manka from 208 to 2012 to 2016. Yeah. Yama waka wo mampanyin na nado no na e asefem entaga ba power 2017 nanga say ya arrest bibia
as MPP mu ye too liberal
that is it nanga say prosecute bibia ba obeka ya Agyamofa ye wo Ghana memwa ena yenya MPs awoje double salary
yeah
then they see 2017 majority leadership in parliament then one will call mampanyin na nado ko stress say wonim di otimi ye wonim say ote democracy as for the sake of peace on jani nyinanenka obi enu wa ye prosecutor no ene ya education minister na reason he was part then of one awaje double salary o man prosecutor obi ana mebo
whether or not so mutu ya kran so kra in chede
that is it but the ekosui say impon wa former there are ways of handling him but say 48 hours be lapse I want him say per constitution no he's supposed to be built no mark of 15 million Ghana cedi in go find 500 billion cedis so whatever bail condition now a year boapayobi it was a targeted and as a orchestrated plan here where you said they will detain him for more now sebi one punishment mesere and then yamiadom ovie but me worry she say assembly dey be court enya go do court area no your koso defense yeah chairman wuntumi and the lawyers one do put it back but never again should this happen say you bet na say aka say obi kasa and also fighting for a political party intino you be use power yes MPP by 8 years and they opposition
na say power new cram
they crying now Fiensa. In the name of apathy, Fiensa, I go do ho. But make I won't say. You are racial 2028 year back.
Yeah, no more use apathy no. Anyway, it's only see. But enka more co-election they Ghana for mama signal so, but signals on the one picking so until for me any party as what they oh share my go report here detail near be bra na ga see ye pepe
and then ye learn the hard way
and yes any pa no mo person beto aba but mo na mo say ye ma mo ngoto
no ya bre power it na hand over on a silver platter but so we are learning the hard way and are going forward no the ACNCBO me sure so be we benya kwanya to serve the nation obey from so it will never happen again.
Okay me da say ade my young queen oti region hoboko regional organizer this one unye ni packet
lawyer
regional organizer
my lawyer George lawyer no
you so know
yami adoma we do horo with determination
because
that is it
mama ni kan fa enchakese ema Ghanafo na the new patriotic party from the national chairman also the Hontiaponti Metesena Hontiapo. I tried to reach him but my son Timin Kanye I'll still go back and look for him Nyameman Hontiapo the national executives both former the past and the present executives now Machaya hardworking police station officers electoral area coordinators constituency officers council of elders regional officers, party sympathizers, our radio presenters like you, affiliated Kencity, and then your radio in fact, media now, boy, and you don't say. No matter Queen is also. George, Michelle conference for us. My Ghana food now. Hotel region has been a special area for me. Until still, and none of my informal hotel region. Michelle, to begin with, I believe say and rather many comments be from Miami Moses Abo or Agyapong say the police has been very protective in terms of at least on the end. Rami doing what not so. So if that's how we go, then Christian Tete Yohono, kudos to your men. By then we still have more to do. Say crowd controlling, it comes with a lot of skills. And such situations now we want to see more improvement in Ghana service, Ghana police service. See on a basso more because a state institution and a political institution. And to we are IGP, you stand there for everybody. You protect lives and properties. So the integrity must be exhibited on the ground for people to see, say, we will have belief in our Ghana policing, and kudos so far. But we still have some few screws, and they are big time screws. To begin with, I will start with Chairman Wuntumi's issue. I will thank the national media, Obibi Okoye, Ase, but the office of Yoko, in fact, I a political witch hunting because one, Yoko is a state institution, and our institution is infringing on the rights of Chairman Wuntumi by detaining him more than 48 hours. Constitution be a Ghana constitution, so if we clearly want to know, Article 14, Clause 1, it says every person shall be entitled to his personal liberty, and no person shall be deprived of his personal liberty except in the following cases and accordance of procedures permitted by the laws. What else here? So our liberty, you don't keep him away from his family. 48 hours and then the bail conditions on fulfillment. So the bail conditions are more than the person's strength. It is the courts that can determine. So after 48 hours, and then no investigator on me, and then no jina swa demand bail. That means you have concluded your investigations. So if it is not by punishment from your parochial interest, and as be office winning interest, this is not only about going to me. Bail condition is so. Bail condition is so. It is all share. Now so when say it was say optimum for your GDA in your officer, then the best thing to do was to send a person to court. Now so we face even investigations crime here near 48 hours you are entitled for forfeiture. And a lawyer, bon country. Now, when to me, I'm crime, and the Ghanaian be able to be, and this has undermined our security integrity with Yoko. And they must come clear with communication to its citizens. Say, when we, for communication, be and we are talking about, look, internal community and external communities are worried about these issues. Because one, believer on war, when we trade, international trade, market, I believe in Ghana. Sure. It is a security system. Anti-me, I'm protected. It is what will happen to each foreigners. What can I say? I needed to understand this from the lawyers. And the permanent lawyers need to be bred in common, whereby 48 hours na so ye. That's right. Not 48 hours na so ye. And normal man, bill condition is one for non corner baby. And whereby a so ye na on to me from my and at the end they will see. Now was say or to also keep on and they have to take him to court. Now court a be a bill condition no. No pa na wo say bia lawyers na nkasa akran so kokota na ho no eyenkoma me gidi sachire no me lawyers ni bi na ye di na ahwe say within 48 hours no mo try wo bra na wo mo try because wo mo no e ma no bill condition na say wo time no ya so fa we bra na ko ba bi e no went nti afi na burden no hwan so na akoda is it near ya accuse no na say Yoko office no me gidi say hon komo na wudi. Absolutely. Now me person me the count say what we are asking for you from Yoko, let's say they should be transparent. Okay. No for explanation, bra. Explanation. Okay. What I say, only pan keep you more than 48 hours. Yeah, I work on because the entire make police nature timamuni biana. When we say 48 hours. Yes. It is a Yoko to make sure we need this stay hours. I brought 48 hours now. 48 hours. It's more than even 16 hours. Let's take it that way. What I say, my president to a week. Now we're detaining now. One time for explanation biamba. And yes, bill and and into human rights activists were say near to a year brother, you know, won't to me, no. A bit me to Ubibia, George, why? A bit me to Ubibia. What's here? Don't even take it. Look, Ghanaians are so much. We are say interest of the nation. If it is embezzlement, you would have charged him for court. That is the end bottom of the whole thing. It's not about keeping him under yoku. Patrona make out here. Now, so on investigation, they know the process. It is a na yoku keep on 60 hours and above. Now, say we could do police station. Yeah, a cheating money. The police station more than 48 hours. Lawyer, as a presenter, I'm asking you in fair, and you know me say constitution protecting every citizen. No, will you now blame the police who are detaining you in Japan more than 48 hours? Because there is a precedent. Yoko Yantimia Misa Yoko say they should be transparent. What else here? A DNA here. And you're very fair, but they need a lot of reform because Ghana will be a business center for Africa. Obi a US in Ghana see was from so you was from your Ghana. Its citizens must first of all enjoy these goodwills, so that I bet me I exhibit or evidence to the world market. So that everybody sees, because as we are speaking, there's peace in Ghana. It's the same peace must be enjoyed by its citizens. Like one chairman or one in Yapadi, please, do a beer more than 48 hours here. This is somebody who has employed people in his organization. Want to be radio. Want to be in country, say they are all MPP. When you see people, when you be on the background, NDC. But only Pakrona or Shen. Also, I'm just citing that as an example. So we need clear communication from Yoko. We need a very, because we will say a violation of his right. That's what I've said. Probably the lawyers may throw more light, but from where I sit as an ordinary person, although I'm not a lawyer, but I know the constitution in my own class say Yoko bet me I refuse, but I shouldn't exceed 48 hours. It's a cited absolutely no matter but power in our court one more. So you should have charged him to court. One. Now 48 hours no so no be condition of the man sounds you can review it by your discretion. If not, no fear say if the power is you are here, then push the person to court so that the institution remains so powerful in the interest of the nation. Very well. It is Sandeman Yebisa Yoko say they should come clear. If not, this is what we have seen. And I have seen them my interrogations and then other from the ground. No? People perceive say this is a political witch hunting. So if it is not witch hunting, it's a state institution. They must come clear with communication for us to know. And then also, Mr. Divo Ako, the special prosecutor. One, we're violating, infringing on the rights of the former minister, finance minister.
I didn't hear.
Also, so no, Emrana Bon Homebine. Emrano, ebo former minister and also ehobine. Meso Yebekenkai and also Ewahanum. What else here? Violation of his rights, you know. The same Article 14, no? Clause 1. It says every person I read it here. The same article na ebo or my bia or mamba bia homebine. Now if so here, no. One, was he charged to court?
On charge, no.
It's a year then to me declare.
So here now,
or here now, why near court order. Now, we are showing you one. You will be the nepe bechewa, and you say, will be a bit milk.
I know no penalty because to declare him wanted. Say, as office of the special prosecutor and the office, no powers a crown or AI can see even than that of the court. Because so basically will be wanted. The court necessary to make us what wanted. But office attorney general office and Embrani been yaponic akradi amount. But the way I was see in the amano, I know but so near no. When you declare who so be I can say is wrong. And the Embra and Embrano any corner and the but at the end to
it's the same constitution, the right to liberty. It is all right to liberty. Look, this man is a Ghanaian, he has families here.
Yeah.
What else here? There are many forms of interrogations. You haven't charged the person to court. The office of the special prosecutor lacks transparency in this matter. He should be transparent once he's been able to put out and declare this man a fugitive on red alert, and yet the same way now, he should have come with evidence of his pre-charges now or the bond. What has here? I also back clear with communication. We are a home crack tiny. So to be kind, but you didn't back it with any documentation for us to know reason why you are declaring the former finance minister a fugitive and on red alert. And that office is specially created for Ghanaians and the international market to have belief in the same office. And it's a special office. Why do we resort on social media attentions?
Do you think that in the office and still I was a wo share near Ramatanami Dubabe with the office 1 year Macron so by any way
The intentions of the special prosecutor's office is in the interest of the ordinary Ghanaian. Proper accountability. Passion American has a proper accountability, and it's backed by evidence. That is why you need a legal backing. It is enough evidence. So that office there intention here. But where we are heading to, we need a clear communique. If not, then it's also political witch hunting. That is what we will term it. But so fear say, then you come with the full charges. Now on my data, a back his charges. Because when I do transaction here, it ends here. We know. So if you cannot bring out these details and declare a person on a red alert, his family, and don't forget, he has been a former minister, Ghana. The international community must have trust in Ghana before investing. Abai Nebushan of the airport. Abai Nebushan of the factories. And Nebushan of the schools.
Are you saying some can say be a Yeliskaba Modi?
Absolutely. Without any backing. And this is a former minister. It is all backing beer, make it clear. It's we see transparency must work within the Yoko and then the office of the special prosecutor. Now you timi hun yentia or timi declare the former minister as a fugitive and then on red alert. Red alert master say I shekwa me ko na buruchira na me ni Ghana me nyagana ni Uganda ni infania wanti asie ya with any maximum explanations obetima kwa kwache no na on ko yen bone so and our institutions must know say if you have the states, the nation's interest, then you must be transparent. One, the end bottom, let's say, obia, ebia, sebi, perceived. So what is
that would be my last question. Also, my member Benno. At the end of the special because Kisiaji from the public near the enemy say or Neo Rasa Gabia Sarwache Dako a close a bit craches or no crown recommending my president near there. At the end of Bema, be a bibini wa Neniba Bren Hosa.
Well, I will not deal with his personality, but I'll rather deal with the office. And I don't know whether who brought him, who introduced him, or who does it. That is up to them. I have no interest there. My interest is Ghana. And Ghana will mean, say, the individual's right to liberty must be protected. And that is where I'll come from.
So, Bibi, any other a former finance minister, and so Penino on Pessoa.
Now, say, or say, no, I have no problem with that. The special prosecutor's office knows best. They have lawyers among them. I'm not a lawyer, but as an individual, I'm concerned on the red alert. I want to court. And we say court, the bit immediate, say, or Shano, I told in the Padriana, so say, yeah, and the police will be known now. And the police with my circulator will be but they go before declaring the person wanted. They go and then get this thing. I didn't tell Baba, they said they have an arrest warrant or a search warrant. Passion American here. So 1992 constitution I the woman say if say there are reforms I was here then they should sit down and then the opposition must also sit in. Then we all do we have God bless them God be so good we have former President Akufo, we also have former President akufo-addo, the former Vice President other stakeholders, businessmen like the Honorable Agyapong, then the business entourage. They can call everybody regardless of political. I have another more informative about. Then we look at it like they wanted to. But what I mean is, as it stands now, Niamamrana Kano, right to liberty, a Ghana constitution a kaye, a kato, and some you been so Oma doing one, and on the Buyamra, and on the court to a judge for the able. And in never sending any able. But I say, Ben, office of the special prosecutor and then somebody to Yamamin control.
You may not say, Utieti in Semler Koso, I was a personal score be our person was setting. So be our only problem with that. And I feel so say what position there. Not too many crime as the OSP. As a Mijina to me, I make it so. Now, me pay you back. Sana Koso. Obekaya. formation of the special prosecutor's office, no, even the then majority and the finance minister benya problem kakra because the way na warrior ho one share and one year because like you rightly said, the powers of a special prosecutor shouldn't outweigh the powers of the court. But I say no to me or the BBA open. Oh, to me or the team casual be a fugitive. And I mean say we know per the law no. Now obi yare cry, you don't have to even come out to even declare and I say it's anybody yare. And what about Abeka say
breach of trust.
Yes, Wabeka. And the family of Kenofrata can even sue him. But where is the powers on one? Our powers will be to me declare red alert to me declare irrespective of the condition of the person. And you know say a former finance minister, no one to know or yare, he's not in the country. And now Minukasi, you will be a court cry jail in 10 years. Ah, ye who know. Said in Namtamaku, away. Ye who know. Who be also yare? Or be on one jail in crown. I don't think Senator Tamagos or red alert. No, be a winner in charge, was already a letter. Then a personal scholar, one was set. But you see, Namufa, look at your meaning. OSB, I expect him to do. And only maybe some court practices are, and never jar to what's it? A former president has been there. Okay, baby, what's the former president?
The former president investigating. Ghana had no investigating, and I know. He's talking about Airbus scandal.
Airbus scandal. Yeah, I'm yes. And investigating, or go say, or go do it. And you're saying, no, cutting your meaning. You see, my personal score with somebody. Men go baso be a why it says I mean you have my international community is watching. And I will lose the trust in us. Ghana is not yet a developed country. A developing country, you hear more, you hear what's it called, support from other countries. And then I work with Jilo. Now, Obeka is a former minister, woman alone, finance minister, when Jimmy uses Kanye on behalf of the government. Now, then I just say, and then a finance minister, Kesala to force and here be here. Or here, Ghana, here, maybe the country, I will bet you not true.
Looking at Kenoforiata reputation in international community.
That is it.
Because so, Data Bank now one of the renowned bankers in Africa. Say, I want to meet Kenoforiata and Freeman after governance and they are now tying international assignment. No money are there. And he said, "Oh, share the way our tarnishing image." So, red alert. Why never froze? Oh boy, you may be a boy.
That is it.
Serious. To us, man.
Mesre ye pana dia air kosui ena dia kosi nyina no your religious leaders awo wo hwe wo yan hwe han wo hwe won kasa ye wa hemfu titiru a o man din a won kasa. There should be somebody obetimi ato wonfo obetimi ato OSP for say masa the path I would tread on a dangerous path. You see, and no na me say we war as I speak now I have over 37 corrupt parties are course. And now the segment housing project on my sky who baby as a houses no so 82 so more ye and I mean say we have cases like the 20 million Ghana cedi cocoa sacks first lady and Lordina Mahama another Eswa Atambos Mahama government and only now we have to investigate. Bosta was spending 40 million Ghana cedi or 2 presidents per month. Then you know as a investigative, we are not doing it. BBT said, Jogi Disu bribery car, $177,000. Then you know why and you are declaring somebody on red alert. For what? I won't charge any. The Aoye alert, supposedly, a court of competent jurisdiction, everything charging and say, the Oye, why it says, and I what I said them Tamakula, or no poye who baby or tea. Mestre, OSP, Mestre, now the right thing has to be done. It should conform with the constitution of the land. Obi anywhere above the constitution. Obi anywhere also same rano. May yanka maintain more investigating, but it should be done properly.
And Sikabu says, if you check the time when to me was finally released and the press conference from OSP, it confirms that it is a calculated attempt to cover the vice president high cost private jet saga, which should compel Okudzeto to resign as a minister. So long as Gold Board is the only institution which has been assigned to buy gold in Ghana People like Untumi, who are known to be gold dealers, will never find peace in Ghana until Mahama leaves power. Sikabo Afu sent in that one.
Yeah, sure. Because we share the formation of another the constitutional mandate and with the Makuku board. Just like what Gold Board is coming to do.
Yeah.
Because and I'm in Okasi, Galam say again, you know. Abana say, if you want to do anything gold, if you want to anything mineral deposit in Ghana, it has to go to the Gold Board. And we have people that are definitely they are going to fight that. It is over fighting there, say, ye come on tum.
Yeah.
Yempe padlock, ne yem padlock wano, so that you cannot talk. And that's what they are doing.
Do you think so? To me,
the spirit of Untumi is too high. They cannot bring him down. They cannot bring him down. And that's what I'm saying is this is not the priority, or it shouldn't be the priority of the government. Nyama Ghana, yehiano. And yeah, there's personal score, there's vintivity of the way. Say, Obiya can be by, and Nyama Hodwa ne wo no more, nan people when so checking the government, that's about from like Jet and one semi. Thank you. Tone, Sanya, my name, Hodwa course, some medium video quickly. That's why I'm able to find a way to chef Sanya Mano. That is it. Against more. Why? Because your concentration now, but you see, we are going to speak to that. Okay. We are really going to speak to that. Obet is going to do blah now. Honorably, let me expect this or no resign because he criticized everything with it. Private jet, share the cost involved. I wish he resigns humbly. More be a grand kindness on resigning. And then if today what's it wound to me on any government appointment, wound to me why the private business for orders for 8 years, or more just say over X amount of money. Then there Samiji if you appointment less than 6 months of John Mahama's government. Ultimately, spread dollars. Now, I say, I say Ghana. And I know Ghanaians are well discerning people. Will be ready the wrongs from the right. And none other about what I say. As if we are going to come, if that's what they feel, say, say, Assembly ba, now MPP be criticizing, say, yet you be a drilling in our Koni Panaswa, then they are mistaken. Ghanaians are wide awake. Ghanaians are reading in between the lines. And I would need. They make informed decision. And Ghana for Nkofubia will make a decision now. They will not tell you anything. They do a battle beer. One will say, yes, you have done a lot, or you have done what is against the one Ghana. And they're going to fight you to that.
Okay. Ade, you can conclude ma to aso kakra ma na enkowi.
I believe I was say me share and say no me no the rights of Article 14 Clause 3 requires prompt information about reasons to detention. We urge Yoko to respect this constitutional right. What else here? I'll take that again. Article 14 Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution. What else here? Requires prompt information about reasons for detention. We as MPP, we urge Yoko to respect these constitutional provisions and either change into me or order into it. Look, say righty a protest here, then it's by the constitution. And this is Yoko baby, they should go back to the constitution and then look at it. We therefore call on transparency about government. And then Enyuma buying car say Obama Yemabuno unemployment is on the increase. We also have challenges. It's not challenges, failure to address our concerns on the energy and the water situations in the country. Ensue onsem kwatre ewomaimu. And then a car a buyer must come out with every single expenditure and then also be transparent to Ghanaians. They should be accountable to Ghanaians. According to friend them, bro. Jet. We should be able to ban out with the cost of these things, because we're here. I quite remember. President akufo-addo took one prayer say and then that's how the NDC criticized that. And then Honorable Kujato and the crusade. Ora must come with accountability. So the oral is oraling him now for him to come with the orals to us with a proper accountability on government expenditure on traveling. Government must be transparent and be accountable to Ghanaians. We're talking about youth employment. Look, youth unemployed. Anytime I say youth employment and there, okay, beyond my asthma, youth employment or mampeniku for breso, Timi Agina, yeah, they planting for food and jobs by to absorb our youth. Although I know we have challenges with those things, but for instance, say to me absorb your youth Libya, artisanal works. I've been make coach share machines for Oti regime, me call lobby be free Ghana Enterprise Agency, and easy mame, we took one by the beer. You won't conform your tailor for well that for spray for. Sanko for na then you do your maimo. And if you have promised giving youths job, we want to see this reflection on the ground. And Nema, a Biane Nema, aboarding tomatoes, or higher for phone, a friend Madina market, or the Obeom, me come market pa, prices hasn't changed as expected. Although, yes, you have $1 abafom. But it's not reflecting on the true economy. Economy now still hardships. Your best friend say Abai must be transparent to Ghanaians. Maybe our challenge Biano. You should let Ghanaians know. That's why we are opposition. We are there. We have managed this economy. Under our watch, we're able to absorb youth on the streets. Now I'm here youth unemployed graduates from the universities. Trotsky cry on problems. We're able to absorb them for a certain period of time. And suddenly you really be. Although we couldn't do all, but these are good initiatives, alternative livelihood for our youth. And maybe I can be we must get our youths employed. Niepe able Ghana Hanamon say, so be a disika. With the Fabra Nabetre with data, so Yesika when it's coming in Fanacram. Now this kind of my Ghana. Fako, ma even Obojo. You be a normal year or more a year, almost a cast if it have women some of me. Over to me that one crowd with that way. I'm okay with it. Otil Radio the Bremia, why not? You don't for and I try to a bit my. So please, let us look at the ordinary Ghanaians' right and protect it to attract foreign investors. Thank you so much. Good morning.
May I say, Ben, conclude the answer.
Yo, may I say, man, paying John.
But before then, shall we do conference in any way?
They may quay guso. Okay. Gusuka cracker. Okay. Yes. Okay. Where you that man paying my master. Sir, waiting me a crack in the rib. Oh, no, the physician so. Doctor. The fake doctor.
She has never been a physician to the president.
But that was what she said. So I don't need a physician. So the TB I revoke any appointment.
No, I don't know. I don't communication. Say onye ne physician.
Well, it's an
assistance.
And I mean, na me question me say. It's your mind to me and share ye and son of woman appointing as a board member now.
So when appointing as a board member because or when him dear or health insurance NHIC.
Yo. As a woman who say now the credentials are faker. It's good they've revoked it. But I come you know I come you know and also me share say obey me Dr. Tango of Gifek. And also I but reliably informed say Kingston University. Was in 2016. Wakonya the PhD. And there is no verifiable way. And there also on Kakakrepno. And Enraso, Ghana today, University of Ghana, was a Malik Basintali one graduate. But also investigating and also transparency.
If it was the above on university may issue statements and that first statement about
yes. Was it they didn't what the wrote us was it Basintale did not graduate, but the letter is not from us. Letter never public domain here, it's not from them, but he did not graduate.
But the fact still remains so
he did not graduate. It one graduate, you know, or graduate or the degree. I expect the president
for him to become a CEO no other presenters or degree.
In one of his interviews,
he was asked.
He was asked, and once he will be able to deliver, that's what matters to him.
That is it.
So if he had even maintained that,
yes,
it would have been appropriate.
Sure.
So you maintain that just to show the skills in you.
In the interview,
is it TV trade?
Program interview.
So he wasn't sure. So that raises a lot of concern.
So he didn't say so degree.
He should have maintained the same.
But so I think. Omampeni was started or claim physician or so no. Obi biara or the Osha a draw such a dumase. Also nya June way and obenya the first degree. ɛwɔ Gimpa but ɔnyane masters wɔ possible be masters 2001 and 2020
now chance we go kwase na ede
Mintiase obi timi nya ni masters as na first degree uba benya first degree wo Gimpa
I say NDC
enti one at least if for nothing gra qualification ni ubi uni bia because we know for NDC any odin wetimi kasa wetimi didi mpanyimfo atem wo ba at least wo more appointment na was why we kakra enti me mechanics wo certificate and wo the needed credentials are would be uncle get the trip na or revoke when you know appointment so that they learn the hard way.
Thanks for coming.
One quick one. Mestre, I'll use this your medium. On a legal team, every miscommunication, yes, because of the heat, there could be some few screws with communication, and we shouldn't take it say behind. These are same people we need on board. Lawyer Gary Nimakun, fantastic delivered. You're honorable and the lawyer and the Akuyaku. You found up on Sankano. He was a former member of, and then my good brother. Or they say Ahre, and then the other legal teams, they are doing fantastic job, and I believe see national executives some show up. Former executive chairman, the former general secretary was also there. I've seen Chairman Buga on the floor. I've also seen Justin Kodia. I've also seen the Nabi, my own brother Moses Abo, and then the team. Sure. Media team now, some team I'm working now. We work here more fair. Now some of our team were calling me when I was on the field. Now on business we thank you so much. But in all, unity. Any bit to me, a fight is animal. Duty courts for so much show.
Doctor
Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia was also there. And then I've seen your TV station, went to me, radio, they were there, go down, wow, Nipa, only now, Honomo. We are bombing Nabaso with the media station, including your station. Say my idea, when I look at our point,
on the TV, and I came after focus and Elder Quesinisi. Radio so obi oboy bia da se mpanimfo mi no ebe boy so da mo ase na akoye bnadai enwure no adwan na team no e wo boiling point so me din e de ya amofa boachi nyame ya mo channel pa ebehia akra